Kicking it off with Eric Fire versus Goblin. Should be a spicy one. We got more tournament. And I'm not doing World Team League. That's all Beowulf right now. He can have World Team League. We are kicking it off with more OSC. And we got some bangers coming up here. Eric Fire versus Goblin. To kick things off with. For sure. This is definitely going to be a banger of a series. Three or five. This is best of 3. And these ones. The last one was best of 5 because it was the end of the playoffs of Master Cup number 146. Tomorrow is the mid-season playoffs. That's a $2,000 tournament that I'm casting at 7. I might actually ask.
Loki_X says Eric Fire v Goblin is gonna be entertaining to watch.
All right, here we go, Goblin. And you know what's gonna happen with that? That said, Eric Fire versus Goblin. Starting with game numero uno. All right, here we go. Thorn. If we're not sleeping, at least Thorn's going to be happy. We got some tournament action spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, representing Platinum Heroes, now not Team Maradi anymore. Get it for Goblin D's Nuts in the blue. That's right, I said it. You all were thinking it, I said it. Spawning in, and his opponent in the upper right, representing Alpha X. This is a red Protoss player, Eric Fire. I mean, at least some of you were thinking. All right. We're still feeling under the weather. Though, for those of you that knew, I did have COVID and was sick for a couple weeks. All right. We are on a roll here. And we went from one OSC event to another back-to-back casting time. Holy heck and heck. Got a lot of StarCraft for you today. A lot of OSC events. I'm actually excited for tomorrow as well. Dave's gonna have to be like days back catching up on DreamHack. It's hilarious because of how much I've been casting, and GSL for that matter. I'm still not caught up on. But I've been covering a lot of StarCraft here, and you know what? It's a nice break from Malding. It's gonna be a 2-gate from Eric Fire. Interestingly enough, he's like, you know what, Goblin, heck you. We are gonna cheese the Protoss. He's going to cheese the Protoss. Goblin may be a little confused, but he is the guy that made the video team. May not be the originator like Max Packs of the 1-gate expand. But he is the YouTube guy. Guys, make sure you follow Goblin's video. I might actually make an exclamation mark Goblin command. I still need to get Wootsicle yet. And Florencio needs like several commands. But Goblin, we should have one with a Goblin D's Nuts meme. Because it's Goblin. Alright, Eric Fire clearly just... this guy's got a pair of balls. Let's just say it. Eric Fire literally just tipping his hat. He's like, we got 2 gates, we got no pylon. I'm shoving this forward position proxy in your face. And the robo is down. Does Woo have... well, I don't know. Like, Woot's a pretty normal guy. He has some, physical issues, you know. He says that he's injured himself, so he's been out of work for a long time from his neck and his back. Aside from that, real super Vegeta. How are you doing, by the way? But yeah, we just watched Crack Geralt. And now we got Goblin D's versus Eric Fire, and this is going to be a spice. These guys always bring us one proxy. It's 2-gate Robo, but he's going to end up going into a 3rd gate, presumably. An Immortal opener at that. And it's 1-gate expand versus this. 2 Stalkers to 1 Stalker for the moment. He's going to chisel away a little energy, but it's just going to regen. He's waiting for that Immortal to come out. Second Gateway coming out. It is not going to be a Stargate. It's going to be a Robo versus a Robo, and that's where things get spicy. And the PvP, in my eyes, when you have a Robo versus a Robo. All right. So, Thorn. Chat, what are you guys' thoughts on Jarrell lately? Let's be honest here. From what we've been seeing. Not to interrupt, this game's actually already coming up pretty crazy. Nice offense from Ericfire. Goblin will be disqualified from OSC Rising Stars going forward? Really? Is he that cracked now, or is that what it is? I had no idea. Goblin just got too good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's no longer Rising Star. He's now the Gobs. He's now the Gobs. Oh, the 2 Adepts getting dropped in the back. Immortal's not quite out. The battery a ways off. These Adepts are going to force lost mining time and catch some value. And they're just going to retreat into the Warp Prism potentially, or just shade down to the natural. He's going to pick them up, use the forward aggression on the pylon. Shield battery trying desperately to hold this. But, yep, Big Daddy Immortal's not here. Battery overcharge going to hold. Do we see another shade? It's, oh my god, this Warp Prism harass is so good from Ericfire. Can he take some games off Goblin? This is the last of his Rising Star. He's now risen true. Goblin has risen. Oh. Forcing a recall. This is crazy. He actually got an Immortal. This is some wild play out of Ericfire. He's playing very aggressive and just exercising some great multi-prong. Goblin positioned to drop yet another pylon or a battery to block off the Adepts, but he's starting to lose production. This is looking dicey. Catching that Immortal was huge for Ericfire, and that said, battery overcharge is on cooldown. There's no energy anyway, and we're seeing London Bridge is falling down for a Goblin. GG. Ericfire takes game number 1. No one else can do what he does with Proxy Robo. True, he actually... That's kind of how I like to play it, to be honest. With the... You go Robo first to lay the Warp Gates at the... to get a very fast Immortal. And yes, there's a lot of build order counters to that. But it is so impactful in so many situations where it pulls it off. Yeah, true. Thorn, you are not wrong. It is a very... It's always been a good build. The only time we stopped seeing it was in the Void Ray patch. It's always been a very good go-to build for PvP. Proxy Robo, a good unit. All right, that said, let's move on to game number 2. How are we doing on ads? Are they in everybody's way? Because if they are, we can accommodate that. All right, here we are in the best of 3. Spawning in the bottom left corner of Data C. Down a point, but he's not out. Representing Platinum Heroes, it is Goblin in the blue. And his red opponent representing Alpha X. We saw him cheese his way to victory in game number 1. It is Ericfire. Is it really cheese? It's just a build. It is just a build. Oh yeah. I mean, it's a strong ass build. Proxy Robo, 3-gate Robo is a good one. Goblin GLHF in first. Ericfire is just focused on his 3-gate Robo. He's not yet done the return favor. And he's gonna low ground. I bet you we're gonna see 3-gate Robo again. Yeah, he does do it like every game. I've seen him not 3-gate Robo, but it's very rare. Thorn is so not wrong. It is very rare to see Ericfire not 3-gate Robo in PvP. It looks like, well, we may just see 3-gate Robo again. Right in the face. Right in the goddamn face. It's just like, he doesn't care. He's just gonna do it. Well. He is gonna do it. I mean, hell, at this rate, he might as well do it closer. A little bit of a scuffed wall, but that's all right. I mean, that's not actually all right. Ooh, actually, it's a really cheeky position. It's kind of far back, but he might do the Warp Prism variety at that distance. Should be a good one. Should certainly be a good one again. All right. And yeah, we do have a 1 gate for Goblin again. He's going to try to be the Chad that holds everything with a 1 gate expand. Is he going to do so? We'll find out. Is he going to go Robo again? Is he going to try to Stargate? Is he going to do Gates? He's going Robo. He's going with the same kind of setup as before. Eric Fire has that Robo finishing up. Doesn't have a probe back over here for another gate. Okay, now there's the probe. He's going to go build a gate and retreat after the Immortal or Warp Prism. Warp Gate up well on the way for Eric Fire. Goblin could catch up with the Chrono Boost, but he's probably going to be using it to Chrono out an Immortal if I was to guess. Eric Fire in full retreat. Like I said, it's going to be a Warp Prism variety. That distance, I don't hate it. And actually, weirdly enough, though, it kind of puts you in an awkward spot. Ooh, his saturation should be fixed. We have a little scuff saturation out of Eric Fire. Meanwhile, Goblin getting a shield battery in the back, getting his Robo finishing it up. Warp Prism is about to pop. Immortal is going to be chronoed at the low ground. Eric Fire getting in position here with a couple Stalkers, a couple Adepts in the Warp Prism. Second gate, or a third gateway is on the way. And he's going to chrono out an Immortal a little after his opponents. Oh, he's just taking these Adepts, ferrying them right in, and he's going to go hit. If he hits with synchronized attacks, which he doesn't, he's going to get kills. There we go. Target firing going down for Eric Fire. An Immortal comes out, though. He's going to cancel the Shade, pull back, try to pressure with it, but it's just 2 Stalkers. Third Warp Gate going to finish. And, yeah, this is causing a lot of lost mining time, but where is Eric Fire paying attention to? He does not want to lose his Warp Prism. I don't know what he was doing right there, but he sure as heck was not. Okay, he's making a forward position pylon. Doesn't want to lose his Warp Prism. Oh, no, Eric Fire, not this Micro. Mamma mia, that's one dead-looking Warp Prism. He's going to have another Immortal come out, but, yeah, he forced a lot of lost mining time, so that mining advantage is not really there. He needs to fix his saturation. Eric Fire. Not like this. The Adepts are actually going to make sure work of the Sentry. Well, one of the Sentries, and he's going to retreat a little as he puts some pressure on here, but he has to be careful with this Warp Prism. Another Immortal teetering his way in, and another in production for both players. Adepts attempt to shade in a beautiful wall made by Goblin. Gobs is putting some good defense game overall. But Eric Fire is playing with fire. Literally, pun intended, and he still hasn't fixed his saturation. That's going to bug the hell out of me. Doesn't matter, though. Doesn't matter, though. Like, in a weird way, it kind of helps out. He's forcing cancels on batteries. He's getting pressure on here. Oh, there's a trap Immortal. No way for... Oh, my God. That is one dead Immortal, though. He loses one of his own. Another trapped Immortal. GG is called. And Eric Fire 2-0's Goblin in an upset. Let's go. Who needs minerals? Who needs gas? More like he was one off gas. Still takes it. Goblin with a 2-0. Or sorry, Eric Fire with a 2-0 over Goblin. The underdog rises in the Rising Star. And now moving on to a great one. You guys ready for this? 2 buddies of mine. 2 great players. It's Percival versus Xiaomik. Coming right up. After these messages from my sinuses, I'll be right back. Percival versus Xiaomik coming right up. All right, it's our first PVT of the day in either of the tournaments. Oops, sorry guys, I'm knocking my camera around from banging my desk. First of the day, first of its kind for this Tuesday. Going into Percival versus Xiaomik. Let me take a look at the ads in case any of you are getting bothered by them again. Maybe we'll run a... I should have just done it before, but... let's run a 3-minute. Just to get it out of the way. Ooh-wee. And yeah, so we're gonna take a few updates. Yeah, I gotta actually get the bracket for this in the... Forgot to update the Nightbot. Let's go. Got this updated in the Nightbot. We now have the bracket updated. You guys can take a look. Moving on to Percival versus Xiaomik on game number 1. A little PVT action for you to change it up. One of Dan Macko's favorite Terran players, Mr. Percival. And just keeping an eye on this for the ads so we don't interrupt anybody. Where does it say? Alrighty, here we go. Think this should be... Anybody getting ads or no? Yes, it is. We're starting to lose people here, I know, but we're gonna get going. Let's get going on to game number 1. Shouldn't be of much consequence in the first minute, but we'll see. With these two in this map, anything is possible. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner, Stargazers representing License to Kill. Get up for our blue Terran player. It is Percival. And his opponent in the upper left. Give it up for Lacers. Xiaomik in the red. Little PVT on Stargazers. This one could be a banger. For sure, I'm actually counting on it. Definitely counting on it. These two are absolute monsters. And we'll see what we got. You hate this map? Yeah, I'm thinking of vetoing it myself, Slug. But it's a great map to watch games on. Yeah, here we go. And onward and upward. Probe Scout is going on after Gate Gas. A little later Scout, which is to be expected. And Percival actually not rushing that second gas. Not really. Yeah, actually, it looks like he might even just do a Marine opener, truthfully. It's usually common for a lot of Terrans to take the back base and just mine out the minerals. Is, you know, nice race advantage, Kappa, you know. Truth be told, that is going to be the case. Percival's just going to go expand in the back. Might as well capitalize on it. And you could actually set up defense for 4-gate blink pretty well for our Terran players. And it's going to be scouted and maybe even harassed. Ooh, Marine is not rallied. The probe's going to find it. And actually, he's just going to go find it in the back. He might as well have gotten some harass back. There's going to see it. It's a Marine reactor opener and get walled off potentially. Oh, yep, he is. Yeah, he might as well have harassed the Nexus, but Xiaomik chooses not to do so. He is he going to open Stargate or Twilight? Looks like Stargate. Oh, never mind. He's going Warp Gate. So we got a Twilight opener from Xiaomik. He could spice it up and go Robo, but I doubt it. Seems it's a standard setup. He's just got a little bit of mind games. It's going to be a possible 3-racks opener from Percival. Oh, yeah. 100% 3-racks. 3-racks opener for the P-Man, Mr. Percival. All right, so 1-gate Twilight. I'd like to see some other stuff in production here. If it's a 1-gate blink and a delayed other gate, then it could be 4-gate blink could be pretty okay. Depending on the timing, it's going to be double Reaper opener. No SCV to drop any bunker, though, so it's just straight up Reapers. There's a follow-up from our Terran player. That actually can be quite annoying to deal with, especially with no shield battery and only one stalker. Oh, the Adept doesn't even see it. Yeah, I don't really think that Adept's going to do all that much. No other stalker going in. Blank's coming down, and it is going to be another gate. Just one stalker to defend against this, and is he ready? Oh, I love this micro from Percival. This is good stuff. Let's see how many workers he gets. The Adept obviously not doing anything on the other side. Stim being researched. Blink on its way. But 2, 3, 4, and counting workers are going down. 5, 6. Those Reapers are so worth it. I think we're going to see a 7th, and one it was even holding gas. Xiaomik is mauling and actually takes the probes to finish the job, and actually has a miss rally because of that. Oh, that's so unlucky, especially when you're against 3 racks, because the follow-up's gonna be Stim and combat shields with a lot of Marines. We don't have a shield battery in the Nat, and Robo just going down. We do have an Adept on the Zalnaga Watchtower, though. That's gonna be pretty nice. And there's the eBay going down behind us to make matters worse. Probably gonna have a concussive shell follow-up. There are the Marauders starting up now with the double Marine production and the reactor barracks. 3rd Nexus going down kind of greedily against this, and you don't have the information you need from Xiaomik. Doesn't have any battery. I would really like to see a battery in the natural. He's getting scouting pylons for drops, but this is just going to be a frontal assault push and not much to defend it with. Oh my goodness, this is rough. He's going to chill by the natural. He's going to have blink, but he's only going to have a few stalkers. He needs a battery right the hell now, and it's an observer. I was going to say Chrono and Immortal, a battery, another pylon, maybe 2 batteries. Not the gas, not the... Oh my goodness, this is going to be rough. This is going to hit like a sack of bricks, and the game could be over pretty quickly, because we're looking at 27 to 13 army supply, and one of that supply is an observer, and it's going to be another observer. And even sentries would be helpful here. Blink has finished, but I don't think that's going to do much. 3rd base, is not going to be defended. There's no holding this 3rd. Does he cancel it? Xiaomik. I don't know why he didn't cancel. He should have just canceled. Okay, yeah, he should have just canceled that base. Considering he didn't have information, obviously worth it at the last second. It does put you in an awkward spot. He's going into a Robo Bay and a Forge. No charge follow-up. He's like, all right, we got to get Colossus out. He's going to immediately try to take another 3rd base. Observers does see the army. 2 observers see the army of Percival. And he has the Zalnaga, so at least he has information, but that's really rough. He's supply blocked. He is trying to tech up, going into charge. Now does have the Robo Bay, but again, the economy's now staggered horribly for poor Xiaomik. His opponent, I think he's just doubling down. He can go 3 CC. He can drop more barracks. He can do either or, and just is in a fantastic position. Xiaomik, not really using that observer too well. And I hope he doesn't blink up there. No, he's not going to. Oh, the observer scouted by Percival. Is he going to blink into the back? This is a massive Terran force. Xiaomik just does not have much. He's just getting his Colossus out. Started +1 and extended thermal lance charges on the way. He's going to get some damage down here, but you know what? He's got to surround any way you look at it. Percival is going to try to debate him into blink. Nope. He's going to come in with 2 medevacs. And is Xiaomik paying attention? Yeah, he's damned if he does, or damned if he doesn't. Oh, wait. That was actually 5-head play. He does recall. Makes his way back to his 3rd... No, he makes his way back to his main base location. There's medevacs out, though, so a drop can come in and cause even more damage. Extended thermal lance is not done yet. Charge will complete eventually here, but it looks like our Terran player is going for a multi-prong. He's going to hit with a major force in the front. Have reinforcements, Widow Mines, medevacs, and the 2 medevac drop of basically Marines and 1 Marauder are going to deny this Zartosis pylon if they want to delay. Oh, I should have just went for it. He's going for worker kills. But this is going to disjoint our Protoss player who just got charged. The army's all clumped up together. Or rather, the Zealots are fighting this kind of rough. Stalkers to blink, clean up one of the medevacs, but guess what? This is an exposed natural. And it looks like Percival is going to do it. Laying, they're hurting. And there's just not much here to finish. An extended thermal lancet finish up, and one Colossus and a Sentry, battery overcharge or not going to beat that many Marauders, Marines, and that Bioforce. Pylon's going to be depowered, and yeah, this army's just too disjointed. Widow Mine's even being annoying in the follow-up. I think we're just going to see game. This is like, very rough for Xiaomik. GG's called. And Percival takes our first game of this series. Very, very well played. Woo-wee. How did this map not get vetoed in the best of 3? Good question, Thorn. Some would argue it's a very good Protoss map because of Blink, but I think at higher levels, nah. Yeah, I would be doing everything I could to veto this map if I was Xiaomik, to be honest with you. All right, moving on to game number 2. Moving on to game numero 2. All right, here we are. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice. In the blue. Give it up for License to Kills, Percival. Our Terran. And his opponent in the bottom left representing Blazer Esports. Give it up for Xiaomik in the red. And this one, we shall see what happens. With no spoilers, no nada. We're continuing on here. We got more games coming up. It's been non-stop casting today. And yeah, we have definitely some good ones coming up too. And as Thorn pointed out, it's Goblin's last one. We're going to be seeing him in the conclusion of this back as the loser of Eric Fire versus Goblin in the last match. Xiaomik going out for a delayed scout again. Percival actually not, interestingly enough, not double gas opening as of yet. He's not playing very cheeky. He's playing really standard, and I think he knows Xiaomik's Achilles heel is, well, it might just be 3 racks, at least on that map. It was a good, very good build order choice, very good scouting information from our Terran player. Xiaomik's not going to get any delay just yet. Percival actually going for the scout, going to maybe jebait him. He's going to chase the probe down still, and the probe is going to be a little bit of a menace. Is it going to be? Yep. It is going to delay the CC a little bit. The probe's going to start taking some hull damage. Okay, Xiaomik's going to get out. It doesn't cause the CC to be displaced or anything, but is going to escape. It's going to be a Reaper opener from Percival. Probably going to be a 1-1-1, but we'll see. We shall see. I'm thinking a 1-1-1 is going to be the case this game, but we'll see, or it could be. Okay, they had a little bit of a pause situation happening. Yeah, this Marine is going to indicate a 1-1-1. Very standard TVP setup from our Terran player and Protoss player. Like, ooh. Twilight Council blocks this up, but the Adept is not right on top of the Reaper. Well, Percival being cautious. He doesn't want to be Mr. Beon and just jump right in there. Well. Reactor is going to finish up factory shortly thereafter, and we do have the bunker finishing up as well. Adept's just going to stay back defensively for now. Yeah, there it is at the net. We're going to have a Stalker coming out just now at the ramp with the Adept. Reaper's back on the other side of the map. All right, it's going to be one Hellion, so we're probably going to see a Widow Mine drop. We'll see. Could be some kind of 2-base push from Percival, but I'm guessing it's going to be a Widow Mine drop after. Whether it's 2 or 3, we'll find out very shortly. Reaper's going to go back out. Adept's going to shade. May find the Reaper in the center of the map. We'll see. Actually, Hellion's going to follow right behind. It's one Hellion, one Reaper. And as I said, the Widow Mine drop. And Xiaomik. Oh. That seemed like a little bit of a blunder. Okay, he does only have one Reaper and one Hellion to contend with, but it is going to get in there. Does have the Stalker out. Oh, are we going to see some damage? Nice pro pull. Does lose a couple, but that said, has a little bit of a derp in the micro of the Stalkers. We are going to see potentially another worker kill, but that Reaper is dead. Phase 1 is pushed off. 3 workers going down. It's not the greatest for a Protoss player, but could be a lot worse. Medevac finishing up. Another Widow Mine, and it is looking like it is going to be just a 2 Widow Mine lower committal drop from our Terran player. Okay, he is getting that tech lab on both the starport and the factory, dropping another axe. Should see another one come down in a little bit. And he's getting his gas and eBay. So it's going to be a regular 3-1-1 timing at some point here. He's going to drop another axe at some point. I'm sure of it. If he does stay on the 2 racks, we know it's going to be a big old push, but Widow Mine drop is scouted by the observer, but is Xiaomik reacting? He doesn't have blink just yet. Oh no, the Stalker. He's going to lose a Stalker. Oh, that is unlucky. Does clean up the Widow Mines, but that said, losing a Stalker is no bueno. Is he going to be able to catch this? Nope, the Medevac is going to afterburn its way out of here. Observer going across the map. And, well, going to have that Marine tank, Raven, set up. No stem and combat shields just yet. Oh, he's just now getting his third. Just now getting his third barracks. Another tech lab. Very interesting. So he's going to have 3 tech labs. Another siege tank in production. Raven's out, so this observer can go down pretty quick. Oh, saucy. Not even repaired. A damaged medevac going out. Percival is going to exploit the fact that, well, Xiaomik actually has a pylon here. I do like that, but he's pushing out with these stalkers. This could be a little unlucky. Observer is making its way out for a scout, but that's no way in hell it's going to see an afterburned medevac right there. In fact, this is going in a blind spot. Very good for our Terran player. And guess what? That's an Artosis pylon on top of it. So this is going to force a recall potentially. Oh, some of the units getting chiseled away at. And, well, drop is going in. Do we see a recall? We see a probe pull. We don't have a recall. Okay, he's going to recall the natural. Colossus is on the way. Pylon is getting targeted, as I said. So that's a lot of production. Depowering of charge. Also a bit rough. And do we see a blink? We do get a nice aggressive blink. It does chisel a little. And realistically, well, it's a lot of lost mining time, but our Protoss player does not lose too much. Does delay the charge, like I said, which is very important against a high tank count potential push with the Marine tank, Medevac, Raven, Stem Combat Shield, 0-1-1-1 into 3-1-1 with +1 infantry weapons. Well, that said, we got more Colossi coming out. And, yeah. Observer looking around for that drop. Does not find it. It is just chilling right between and charge. Will it be able to finish? There's 2 pylons powering it. All the army. I don't like this from Xiaomik. Might as well. He has to keep that 1 robo production. And there's a Raven in the back. Oh! Xiaomik! Does he see it? He does eat the auto turret, but you know what? There's another one that go down, and they are going to get a good amount of workers. Does the Marine drop go? Yeah, that Marine drop's going to have to go in after this. Very injured medevac, but look at this Terran army. 71 of 46 supply. This Marine drop can be quite annoying. 2 more gates finishing up, though, and charge as completed. Extended thermal lance not there. There's no shield battery in the natural. The Observer scouts this, and this is all going into the main. And that is a depowered pylon. And potentially, yeah, that's a really dead gate or 2. Our Protoss players jumping behind us, trying to kill the tanks. And jump on top. Nice push from Percival, who's now going to drop another medevac in there with this. Some zealots being warped in. 2 workers killed. He's taking a 3rd behind it. But you know what? Xiaomik actually is not in a horrible position. He's still ahead on workers. He has his third base up. And he is going to continue his tech. So extended thermal lance finish. He's got a warp prism. He's going to try to get to a point. He did lose. Well, actually didn't lose either gate. So he's in a good gate count. He's getting +1. He feels like he's in a position where he could be the aggressor. And I don't really hate it, but he's not seeing this army. This is going to be awkward. Actually, Percival coming on 2 different flanks. This will be scouted eventually. But Xiaomik's already committed to the push across the map. May force a retreat because this is a lot of army in with the warp prism. That's quite scary. Does he get the medevacs? Blink on the medevacs. Come on, Xiaomik. Nah, Percival's just gonna push right in. We don't see any warp ins. Come on. Warp in, Xiaomik. You're gonna. Oh no, he's getting pushed. Warp prism. Oh, he's gonna recall. Okay, I don't hate this. He gets a forced lift on the third, almost kills it. He's gonna lose his third though. That's the rough thing. Oh my god, those Widow Mines so annoying. Even one more to join the fight. And oh, this is looking rough. Do any of the medevacs fall? No. Okay, one of the well, one with nothing in it. The 3 Widow Mines potentially gonna get a lot of worker kills, but the Zealots running amok on the other side. Does Xiaomik come back this game? Well, Percival decides, nope, we're gonna just YOLO into this base with a nice triple medevac push. My god, what a game. This is absolutely crazy. Widow Mines catching more probes, and yeah, that's looking kind of rough. Army supply narrowly in favor of Percival, but he's about to have +1 infantry armor. Those medevacs look very injured. There's some liberators out. We need more stalkers, interestingly enough, but at what cost will that be? Oh my god, the extended thermal lance Colossus doing the work on the SCVs, but Percival's still on the other side of the map. Getting some damage done, but these are mostly Widow Mines, which can be a nuisance, obviously, but actually there's some fresh ones left and right. Meanwhile, the army is getting chiseled away out on the other side of the map, as is the production. The mineral line, third base going to land. Oh no, the Widow Mines! Oh, they get cleaned up. GG. Xiaomik takes it in a very decisive attack on the other side of the map. Bringing the points to 1-1 in this best of 3. Good stuff from both players, but very, very good decision making from Xiaomik to push across the map right there. Holy heck and heck. Feeling a little hot here. All right. Going on to game 3, and we have a little switch up in matchups after this game. In the next series, just as a little tip. And here we go. It is match point. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Cosmic Sapphire, representing License to Kill. It is Percival, the blue. And his opponent in the bottom right, representing Blazer. Get up for Xiaomik in the red. And this time Percival is going full send. He is gonna do a little proxy Rex. Is this gonna be a proxy Reaper? Well, we'll see. Is he gonna do the debate? This looks like it's gonna be a proxy Reaper to the face. So not the highest committal, but we shall see. How you doing, chat? Everybody got a little quiet now. We're slowing down a little bit, huh? All right. All right, double gas for Mr. Percival. He is going for a 1-1-1 with that proxy Reaper opener. This is going to drive Xiaomik absolutely bananas when he scouts it. It is a gate gas scout again, so this could hit him like a sack of bricks. Does give you a little bit more optimal. Beer buzzing, nice slug. Slugga Cola, like on, I'd see her name, that's all I'm thinking of. I watch way too much Star Trek Deep Space Nine, my friend. Xiaomik at 23 and no Nexus, interesting. Oh, because he's getting out a Zealot. He needs something to try to defend against the Reaper. It's going to potentially force a block to his net, though, and yeah, that's eBay block on top of it's going to be quite annoying. Probe's still out getting some information, or trying to. He is definitely going to confirm a factory, but the Reaper's on its way out. Zealot coming out here with 3 probes. Kind of like an in-between response to this usually. eBay's getting chiseled away at, but we need an Adept out soon. The Reaper's already out. No shield battery. And you know something? Wait, does this... Oh, it gets a cancel, as you should normally. Do we see some probe micro from Xiaomik? Xiaomik trying to get us around on the Reaper. Oh, does he get it? Oh my goodness. Almost gets the Reaper, but not quite. 2 workers do fall. And, yeah. Alright, it's going to be a high ground CC, as you should do from Percival. So he's not super, like, all in, but it's a little cheeky play, obviously. A couple Reapers out. Zealot and Adept going to be out to defend a bit. Probe still on the map. Scouting this out. The barracks making its long trek. The voyage home. And yeah, we'll see what we got here. Crazy, crazy stuff. Adept going in. Gonna cancel the shade. Oh, forcing a bomb out of one of them. Zealot is gonna be on the high ground, and we do have a Stalker follow-up too as well. Zealot gonna get a chisel away at one of the Reapers. First Stalker's out. Zealot Adept Stalker against 2 Reapers. Factory is finishing up 4. Percival is building another barracks. And not really rushing this Widow Mine drop behind it. Actually, he started his first one, so... That probe is still in here. But I think it's going to go down to this Widow Mine. That said, he might scout where it is. Yeah, it's just a patrol path probe. That is going down. Boom. Alright. As would be the case, Xiaomik is going to be smart and start the wall off a little against potential of Hellions, but it's not going to be the case. It's going to be right in the Widow Mines. We got a tech lab coming down for the factory. And another couple of racks coming down behind it. 311. With a little bit of a Widow Mine drop. And actually, that's going to be back off cooldown just then. Nice defensive tank after this. But this is scouted by the Cyanic Transfer. The fact that there's a tech lab and likely going to be a tank. Could be a Cyclone. But very unlikely to be a Cyclone when, you know, you're scouted. Your opponent's going Twilight. Usually not the call. You know? And, yeah. Gonna be a Marine Tank Banshee push after this Widow Mine drop from Percival. And we get a little probe split. Oh, a nice little bit of micro from Percival. Okay, one of the mines is deactivated. The other one... Oh, no! Okay. Alright, that's the play you want. You get some chiseling at the medevac. That's pretty good. It's only 3 Stalkers out. Because out of this open, 2 workers did fall, but that was actually what you were hoping to do. A little bit delayed mining time, to say the least, but there's a 3rd base going down for Protoss. Meanwhile, Marine Tank Banshee push coming. As you see, no tech labs going down on these just yet or anything. Just going to be pure units. I think it's going to be a push. And with the Widow Mines in this too, they're not deflected. This is going to make it even more scary. So there's a 2-base push from Percival. I don't think it's going to be a 2-base all-in by any stretch. But he is going to pull some SCVs to repair the tanks and drop some bunkers. We do have a shield battery going down at the 3rd observer going out, but I think... Okay, medevac does go down. We don't have any follow-up from Protoss. He's supply blocked. Well, actually just going to finish that up. A couple Stalkers going to morph in. And oof. The Banshee's already going to take the charge, dealing some damage to the Stalker. Blink has finished at least. But that pylon looks as good as dead. And we probably want to see canceling that battery sometime. No, he's just going to target fire the Nexus. I guess sorry, Xiaomik's going to have to... Oh, he didn't cancel... Okay. No, he didn't cancel the battery. Should have just canceled the battery, rebuilt one at the NAT, maybe drop 2. But you know what? You don't have to go all in, is the funny thing, as our Terran player at this point. He's just teching up behind it, getting his reactors, his tech labs, but at the same time, Xiaomik could... Oh, the scan. Actually, scans kind of are helpful in this. It isn't a cloak Banshee push, it's just a double Banshee. So, our Terran player is going to feel very confident with that catch of the 3rd base. Could have been a little bit worse for Xiaomik, but it's not looking good. Even workers, little behind in supply. Stamina combat shields, luckily a ways off with +1. Observer does see this, so he could, if he can catch a tank or two, that's the key. SCV goes down behind this and behind. Oh, the Banshees get split off. Beautiful play from Percival. This is why he's just such a damn Chad. That was so brilliant to split off the Banshees and go into the main. I forgot all about the Banshees during that push myself, so imagine being Xiaomik. That's a feels bad, man. Yeah, it's basically the upgrade and tech advantage for
Giddy up.
For Percival. That's going to be scary, but charges finishing with the Warp Prism. Hey, thanks for the follow, Sultana Shivani. Appreciate the follow. And this is OSC Rising Star 5, day number 4. We just got done casting the OSC Masters Cup 146 Grand Finals just before this, on the end of the playoffs. Congrats again to Geralt. And second place, Liquid Mana. All right, this is a massive push from Percival, but Xiaomik's mustered up a decent force at least. The Widow Mine's going to be a bit of a problem. He has to use this Observer for sure. If he can get out enough Zealots and take a decent... Oh, this is the tough part. This the debris field. It's going to take the Zealots like an eternity to make the trek around. No, he's going to go do a run-by. Okay. Observer's being repositioned. He has to be careful of these Widow Mines. That's what makes this a bit of a problem. He's going to do Templar Archives. It is on 2 bases. The 2 bases... I would have rather the Zealots actually just went behind this. But our Terran's trying to go for 3rd CC. This is looking very rough for Xiaomik. Xiaomik is trading very less efficiently. Lots of stuff behind this. 10 SCVs falling, but that doesn't matter none. This army is just doing God's work. GG's called, and Percival is advanced on this series. We will be moving on to... You guys ready for this? Who we're going on to? We got a little PVZ for you. We got Trigger versus Mixoo. Xiaomik had a shot. I think if he actually split his army off and went around to the back, he would have, like, it looked like he was going to go try to get the tanks from behind. He definitely had a shot, but just because he lost the 3rd, I don't think he was in the wrong to stay in the game. But after that push, he was standing a little bit too long for sure. Unluckily for him. But Trigger versus Mixoo, a little PVZ. And give me a moment. Clean this. In just a moment. Trigger versus Mixoo. This one's going to be a banger.
Giddy up. Well, guys, I know there's no delay. What up, Magic Turtle? This has been a long... Pommy, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciated. We're still going, Magic Turtle. Guys, this is going to be 2
This is a double feature of OSC stuff. And tomorrow I have the mid-season playoffs. We finished off the Masters Cup with decisive win from well, actually it was a good series. Geralt versus Mana. Mana coming in second place, but Geralt the GOAT actually just playing in great form. Max Packs with the upset with all those PvPs. Max Packs not securing it in. But now we're on the Rising Star number 5, day number 4. Where this is going to be on YouTube. Both of these split up. So please do subscribe to my YouTube for the content. If you missed some of the stuff and are interested, we had great games all around with all matchups. But that said, we are moving on to Trigger versus Mixoo. Let's see how we're doing on ads so it doesn't annoy you guys. Let's run a 1 minute. We're gonna run a 1 minute ad here just so it doesn't interrupt the game. Hopefully. Let's see how many. Did anybody subscribe to my YouTube? Let's see. It's been a slow happenings. 1 subscriber. You guys can do it. I got faith. We can get some more subscribers on there. All right, anyway. Moving on to game number 1. It should catch up other than maybe just a smidge of the intro for those coming in from the ad in 14 seconds. Timeout, just pretty close. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Here we are on game numero 1. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Inside and Out. Representing Kova Esports, it is Mixoo in the blue. Our Zerg player. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Basilisk Gaming. It is Trigger in the red. Curious to see what these guys bring us. We got Goated Trigger. We got Mr. Mixoo mixing it up on us. And, yeah. Banger of the evening of StarCraft. And this will be all I'm doing tonight, guys. I think. Said casually as we're going into 7 hours of stream. Second tournament cast. And thank you to Eddie for all the content for us from these tournaments from OSC and OSC. Guys, check it out. Exclamation mark OSC. Here we go. And if you want to see, yeah, you guys did see the bracket. All right. And thank you guys for hanging around. I really appreciate it. I know it's been a long time. Some of you guys have been sticking in. We had a really big turnout for the finals. That was fantastic. And yeah, looks like it's a pretty standard opener from both. Mixoo getting annoyed by this probe. He's taking a drone on full path and on it. He's gonna start tweaking around with this. He's like, all right. Yeah, look at the micro of the drone and probe battle. Too funny. You got to do it. That probe is being damn annoying. What? A little misclick from Mixoo, or from Trigger rather. Trigger going in with a little snappy dappity, zappity in the behind of the probe. All right, yeah. There's a little delayed 2 lings after the 2 queens. This is gonna check out here. Is gonna check out here. Sorry, getting a little late. And yeah, next is going down for Mr. Trigger. It's going to complete here, depth on the way. And the probe is probably going to go down Trigger. Oh, never mind. He's going to pull. No. Yeah, he wants to get that sent across the map pretty soon. He wants to try to get a block on the 3rd. Or at least scout where it's going. Yeah, he's going to deny it a little bit. Little delayed time on the 3rd base, but he's going to lose this probe. I think it might be worth it by the... Oh. Isn't even going to lose the probe, and the Adept's going to go out. Another Adept follow-up. This is going to be a Stargate opener from Trigger. Curious to see the play he does for us this game. Adept going to shade in and not complete. Trigger exercising patience, keeping the Adept alive. The unbuildable plate's going down, and the Adept just going to be annoying. He's going to shade in again. Queen going to go chase down toward it, spreading the creep.
And the Adept going to continue to be annoying. Well, these Lings have had enough of it pretty soon. No. The Queen's going to start moving over. The Creep's coming. Trigger's got to do something. Oh, 2 Adepts. Probably not what you want to do. A little bit of micro. But he's taking a beating on... He's taking a little bit of beating from both. Queen agreed it. Actually, I love that Evo Chamber from Mixoo. That's actually a smart move. Big brain plays. Nice surround on the Adepts, though. They're both going to fall for little value, but he did force some cancels. So, trade's very much in favor of Mixoo, but he did mess with his Zerg opponent quite a bit. Nice third Nexus going down for Trigger in the meantime. At a very early time, he does have first Oracle out. And Oracle is going to defend. Is going to get a few Lings and scare them the heck away. Warp Gate has just finished, and Trigger ballsily didn't have any other units. Just now starting another Oracle. He's going to warp in an Adept in each location. And Mixoo's just going to retreat a bit. Get his bearings. Roach Warren going down for Mixoo and Evo Chamber. Curious to see how his little spin is on this, because it looks to be the hero build from Trigger. Is going to be a +1 blink, likely to be a blink attack. We've seen people change it up, even as far as resonating glaives in +1, but very unlikely to be the case for Mr. Trigger. He's been playing on very solid games all around. Okay. Overlord and Sentry gonna go do some damage. We do have some Lings coming across here. And yeah. Ling's trying to get in position at 9 early 3rd. Or early 4th, rather. But Trigger has enough to defend against a few Lings. He does got the others pushing out. But the 2 Oracles are defended pretty well with the 3 Queens. There is no Spore. But these 2 Queens are even going to disjoint them some more. There's even a 3rd getting pulled from the natural. And we do have Spore Crawlers in the main and natural. With a 4th base going down. Uncontested so far for Mixoo. That's actually kind of nice. We've not seen that all day in the Masters Cup. So, very nice for Mixoo to have a 4th base potentially up and possibly being able to be saved. Melee +1 is going down, I should add. As you know, I'm a big fan of that opener against the hero build for Mixoo. If we see, oh, there it is, the Baneling Nest in a layer finishing up, and the Baneling Nest going down right behind it. Gotta love it. Queen's in defense here, and it's just 2 Oracles from Trigger, so yeah, they've taken a little bit of a beating. Spore Crawler getting started immediately as the creep was going on the edge. You can just pick it up and move it. It's pretty good for Mixoo. Trigger going for an early 4th base of his own, though. Is going to be scouted by Mixoo. That's about it. Just a scout. Even saves the Ling. Nice micro. Mixoo conservatively using his Lings very wisely, and he's going to try to hide his tech. Going into an infestation pit. Galil Reconstitution. And what's his play here? It's going to be a Robo Bay for Trigger, though. Ooh, I love that out of Trigger. He's going into a Robo Bay. We see Trigger do this quite a bit. Definitely a little different than just going to Zealot Stalker into Archon. Nice change up and play from our Protoss player. But if he goes, he might want to go into Colossus. But that said, we're going to see a transition into Roach Ravager. Speedling. Oh, that Stasis War. Not like this. Mixoo's going to want to jump on the static, potentially. He's going to lose some... Yeah, he's certainly going to lose some Zerglings to that Photon Cannon. He's trying to find any value anywhere, but can't really get much of anything. Just trading some Lings. And yeah, that Photon Cannon's going to run amok on these Lings, especially when you're going into +1 melee. He's into +2, by the way. Does save them. Overseer going out. Has Lings everywhere. Nice creep sprite, by the way. It's actually pretty decent. Is going to scout this out pretty soon. Queens are right in the front with all this creep tumors, but the Roaches are attacking the rocks. Oh no, the Queen's getting segmented off. The force field, there's no Ravagers just yet, so they can't break the force fields. Creep Tumor is going to get chiseled. There's an Observer out from Trigger. He is going into double Colossi with extended Thermal Lance production. And +2 ground weapons are on the way. Centrifugal Hook's about to finish up for Mixoo. He's going into a 5th base. I do like that Mixoo is being greedy. And he's fortunately been able to defend a lot of triggers assaults with the oracles and stuff earlier, so that's a big difference from the plays we saw in previous games and the Masters Cup. That said, Mixoo is not looking totally dead, but Trigger's army supply is getting pretty big. The drone count, Mixoo might want to lay off the drones now, honestly. He's at 86, which is all right. You can drop some extra static if need be, but he's going to have a little bit of an economic edge for a bit. Trigger tends to get extra greedy after a bit, though, so he needs to try to find some damage, and with Ling Bane, he could potentially do so. Trigger kind of postured in the center of the map, going to split off his oracles, get some stasis wards, constant rev tags, but Mixoo ultimately, yeah, look at this. These rev tags have been huge. He sees exactly where Mixoo's trying to set up. Stasis ward is a little underwhelming, and we get some nice corrosive vials not landing on the oracles. He's hoping to catch them before Ling's going to die here. What do we got behind us? Vipers and adrenal glands for our Zerg player. Truthfully, nope, this 4 stalker hit squad is honestly going to do some pretty good work. Oh no, he's going to kill the spore, but whether or not it's visually shown, it's not going to matter. Big fight going in the center of the map, though. Okay, army supply now in favor of Trigger. That's scary. That is damn scary. Sentry still have a ton of energy. Baneling's not going to be able to connect much. They're going to try to get on top of the extended thermal lance Colossi, but not going to be able to do so. And this is looking rough for Mixoo. Mixoo doesn't have range attacks. It's all in the Ling Bling, but corrosive vials will help the fight. However, he's going to lose all of his army right here practically. Mixoo's got to retreat a bit. This base looks very much in jeopardy. Some roaches are going to be morphed out, but dying on location. A nice pull behind this. There was a run by in the 4th of Trigger. So a little counter assault from our Zerg player. Now ahead on workers. Actually, Mixoo's gaining an army supply advantage. Getting these Vipers out, but not much else. Hey, thanks for the follow, Sly Ostrich. Thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciated. And thank you for the follow, Slug at 2014. All right. Nice little aggress here. Good pushes from both, and yeah, lots of damage being dealt by Trigger, but at the same time, that 5th base was clutch for our Zerg player, Mixoo, who's retreated to the upper left. He's trying to take the fight. He's knocking down Colossi. The Oracle still being a pest. Actually, he's fully surrounded by Protoss now. It's not looking good for Mixoo. GE is called 1G. Thank you guys for the follows. And damn, banger of a game. Bear with me here. I'll be just a moment. All right, fam, we're going into game number 2 of Trigger versus Mixoo. Little PvZ action continued on. And greatly appreciated for all the follows, etc. And you guys just hanging around, watching some good quality StarCraft here. All right. He ain't out of it, but he's down a point. Spawn into the upper right-hand corner. Tropical Sacrifice in the blue. Give it up for Kova Esports, Mixoo. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Basilisk Gaming. Give it up for our red Protoss player. It is Trigger. All right. All right, all right, all right. And can Trigger take it in a 2-0, or is Mixoo going to come back with a 2-1? We'll see what happens here. We're just going to go into a game 3 is the point. Could be quick, could be long. We'll see. Mixoo not really seeming to be cheesy. Trigger, not so much either. As you know, Trigger still can be a cheeser from time to time, which makes him, honestly, a pretty good tournament player. He has become more of a fundamental macro player, but he still breaks out the cheese from time to time, which came at great gains or great losses, depending on how you look at it. You know, just how she be. Just how she be. All right. That said, standard opener. And looks like it's going to be 20 Nexus, 20 core from Trigger, maybe 21. Yeah, he's going to need 20 core. 100% right there. Bada bing, bada boom, Trigger. And, well, not really much of a probe presence on the map here from Trigger this game. Mixoo truthfully could exploit this. I know it's a little later in the standard setup, but there's certainly some cheeky stuff you could do as a Zerg. With a Protoss that's not really going out and getting some presence at this point in time. 2 queens, 4 lings. Do we see the gas bank of Mixoo getting up there? It is. He's going to pull off gas. He's not pulling off so far. It's one. Yeah, he's going to pull off as he gets... there we go, 2. It's metabolic boost. Has not quite postured to take a 3rd base yet. It's going to be a debt. Ooh, it's going to be a stalker opener from Trigger, actually. And a couple lings immediately going across the map. Overlord sees this. It's going to be nice, tasty target. It's going to be a Stargate opener from Trigger. Mixoo actually playing defensively with the lings. Getting a little bit later of a 3rd, but has droned up consequently a little more. Not going right into queen production just yet, because you can't really afford to. Stalker is going to be annoying, but the Overlord is going to make its way to the Perver Pillar. All right, depth follow-up for Mr. Trigger. Good stuff, gotta love it. And yeah, metabolic boost 3/4 of the way done. Yeah. We have some annoying lings chiseling away at the unbuildable plates, and you know how it be. That's in. Let's see what happens here. Meh. Alright, we got some lings pressuring out across, and yeah, that's about it. Well, you know something, guys? I'm glad this is one contiguous stream. Plug's all rooting for Trigger over here. And Mr. Mixoo, we got any Mixoo fans in chat? The Zerg player, can he come back, or is Trigger just gonna end it? Trigger going in with Oracles. We got Spores in defense, 3rd base for Trigger. Mixoo not really teching into much. He's just playing defensive, building queens, building drones, some lings defensively. That's about it with some Spores. So he's taking his time to macro up, maybe get a 4th base if he can. Trigger going for yet another Oracle. He's going to deflect and defend his 3rd base. Kind of curious to see how this plays out. Evo going down for Mixoo at a pretty similar time as before, and he has... Well, he's approaching 3 base saturation. Just with a pretty neck-to-neck worker count here so far from both. Neck and neck, I should say. Oracle's going to push into the natural. There's only a Spore. Oh! Some Spores, 4s. Great defense for Mixoo, actually, for the last second. Considering his queens were out of position, he almost killed an Oracle. Is going to drop a Roach Warren, but the queen's going to block it. As he's forgetting to cancel it for Spores. He's just going to walk it down to his 3rd base location. I'm curious. He may just walk that down to his 3rd. Darkanian, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, this is my 2nd tournament back-to-back. We had OSC Masters Cup, which is a little bit bigger one, and tomorrow is the OSC mid-season playoffs, the number 2 of that, which I'm very thankful to be casting that one too. It's a pretty big $2,000 tournament.
I think that's just the second day of it. We'll see what happens. But very good stuff. And my apologies to the players, especially for being late today. So we had a funny situation where we were delayed from the live series of that previous tournament, and we were right behind them with the replays. OSC, yeah, I've covered a lot of it, Darkanian, over time. If you check out my YouTube, you'll see a bunch of it. This is Rising Star. OSC's been around for years now and put out tons of money in tournaments. And Chicken Man's covered it. Steadfast. Tons of folks. Creighton Olsen, I believe, in the past. I don't know if Beowulf has been on this. I'm pretty sure Beowulf's been in on some of it. Yeah, I do have been. But yeah, you can check it. Darkanian, I know you're on my, well, In a Daisies. I don't know about you if you're following my YouTube, but ! YouTube if you want to see any of this stuff. I know we're losing our sales a bit. All right. With that said, Trigger's got a nice fourth base. Quite the delayed fourth for Mixoo when you're ever Protoss taking it at about the same time. It's kind of rough. Melee +1 finishing up for Zergs and triple hooks on the way, but Trigger is going to be into +1 ground weapons pretty soon as well. He's getting charged behind us more gates, and that fourth base is going to be up with no problemo. Army supply in favor of Trigger. In fact, it's just Lings for Mixoo. He's been trying to be greedy, but I'll be honest, it's not looking good. If Trigger goes and assaults this fourth at 12 o'clock, he's in a lot of trouble. He's in a damn lot of trouble. Well, it looks like he is posturing to go up that route, and that hatch looks like it's about to finish. He's going to probably have to cancel it because there's not a lot of Zerg units. We do see more queens in production. He's just a queen printing machine. It's only 6 queens out so far, though. But not a lot of army. The +1 has finished for both. But cautious-ish fight is going to go down. Not a ton of Lings. A couple queens joined in the fight. But that said, there's a Baneling boss going down. Oh my god, killing a wall of pylons. No workers, but depowering this does find some decent value, but not exactly ideal. Oh no, the Stalkers are going to be able to take this out. Mixoo needs to be careful. He's trying to make some Banes. He's going into Hydras and Muscular Augments behind this. Stasis Ward could mean a huge difference in this skirmish for this base. Mixoo not trying to take an alternate fourth base behind. Oh no! Well, that could have been a lot worse for Mixoo. It was a decent number of Lings, but still a decent catch, but nothing to write home about for Protoss because Mixoo's not been able to eke up an army yet. They're even on workers, even on bases, except Mixoo's been unable to mine off this base. So, actually, oh, beautiful defense. Mixoo's prepared for this. He's got Banes and Lings for the Zealots, but they're still there. One Hydralisk in here is going to be nice. Little Jabate. This hatch is barely standing, but it's ultimately going to fall. There's no way this holds. No chance, no way, no how. And unfortunately, well, the Zealots at least don't get any drone kills. That's nice. So that base was not really doing much more other than production. It is going to be rebuilt. I wouldn't hate a double expand. This is a lot different than we saw Mixoo play previously. He was very greedy. And honestly, I think he could have tipped the scales in his favor. Trigger going for his 5th base. Those goddamn scary. And these Stalkers are going to sure to force a cancel. Mixoo probably should just consider hammering on... Well, actually, this is just tough. He's trying to play cautious, but he's just looking really behind right now. In terms of bases and this constant pressure from Trigger, GG. And Trigger has taken it 2-0. Seems to be a recurring thing. Trigger has 2-0'd Mixoo in this series. Well, we're going to go to our last series of the evening. It is Goblin versus Cuckoo. It's the winner of the loser of Eric Fire versus Goblin versus Cuckoo. So Cuckoo versus Goblin. A little TVP. And again, this was Goblin's last Rising Star now that he's made it to round of 16 in DreamHack Atlanta. Very good stuff. Congrats to Goblin. Cuckoo, our up-and-comer underdog, Mr. Terran from Team Roddy. Look at this. I totally don't have a hole in my shirt. I just realized that this whole time after I was in the bathroom. I'm like, oh shit. We've been casting with a shirt with a hole in the elbow. How is about that? Sounds about a good description of Dave, no? All right. And yeah. We're still going on. Game numero uno of Goblin versus Cuckoo. Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, moving on into the finals of Rising Star 5, day number 4. The finals, well, the final match. It's not, Rising Star goes on for days. Anyway, that said, spawning in the bottom or upper right-hand corner of Data C, D's nuts. Well, representing Platinum Heroes, it's Goblin in the blue. Speaking of Goblin, in the bottom left, representing Team Roddy in the green. Is he going to be Goblin these nuts? It is Cuckoo. I think Cuckoo is a very strong Terran player. He can pull some upsets. Goblin's now the favored player. Gene Sims laughing over here, I can tell. I had a tough time in delivery because I couldn't think about it. I'm like, oh my god, there's 2 D's nuts jokes in one. I can't do it, chat. We got a double D's nuts. That's for Darkanian too, and Gene Sim. From all you guys. Now, I could go on and do a cheeky World Team League cast after. For a bit, anyway. What do you guys think? I know Bale has already done it. What do you guys think? Should we do a triple feature? We'll see. I think everybody's going to end up starting to leave if I do that. Well. That said. Get a little tasey zap. The Cuckoo. He's going to have that second SCV down. Doesn't overextend with 2 SCVs, which you usually do. So there's 3 occupied to try to save a barracks, but he deflects with 1. Getting some hull damage in the probe. Nice little Reaper wall from Goblin. But Goblin's not going to be done being annoying. Oh. Don't think he does much for the CC. He's going to go in for more information. Probably should get the hell out of there. He knows it's coming. He should be able to tell with the Reaper timing, but Goblin is pretty aware. Triple feature Uni. I should do it. I just worry that we're going to start losing people. To be honest, I'm happy to have a high average viewer count. I hate to say it, but actually it's kind of nice. We had quite the turnout for the Masters Cup. And this is going okay as well. But if you guys think I could do it, Beowulf's already been covering. I can start late. Alrighty. Adept is going to be out. And will it find some value? Sonic Transfer does go down chasing the Reaper. And, well, looks like he's going to be right on top of that Reaper. Like a dog on a bone. It's going to be a 1-1-1 opener from Mr. Cuckoo. Not surprisingly, going for what appears to be a potential Hellion drop, or he could just go Hellions in the front, Widow Mines in. I think we're going to see a Hellion drop out of Cuckoo, though, if I'm going to read this right. That said, there's a tech lab. Maybe not. Maybe not. Could be Hellions into... Okay, there's the Reaper. 4 Hellions. Into a Banshee. This could be Hellion Banshee. But it could just be a Raven, of course. Yeah, it's going to be Hellion Banshee. Yeah, usually if you're playing styles like this, you want to find your most cost value. It's going to be Cloak Banshee at that. And it is a Twilight opener, but the Robo's going down. Nice wall from Goblin and defense. He should be set up for this. So it's not going to be a drop, so he's going to deflect the Hellions. Reaper can be annoying for the grenade. And honestly, the probe could full wall. So usually good reactions, 4-gate blink or 3-gate blink. Oh no, the probe went out for a 3rd. Not like this. Goblin gonna be certainly gobbling these flames from the Hellions. and the grenades from the Reapers. Just 7 workers fall. With a Cloak Banshee follow-up, this is gonna be a rough for our blue Platinum Hero Protoss. Oh my god, 9 workers falling, and the Reaper's still getting some value, 10 in total. And that ain't all, folks. Behind us, we got Cloak finishing up, another Banshee coming, one already almost across the map. An Observer is getting chronoed out. Third base does go down for Gobs. But Cuckoo, former teammates, it's a teammate rivalry. This is going to be kind of scary. Certainly kind of scary. All right. Stalker's pushing up pretty hard. And yeah. Banshee coming in the back, kind of clutch. Blink is not completed. And oh, the Observer's up. But guess what? The Stalkers have moved across the map, finding some Marines. Blink has completed. He does need to pick off units, but unfortunately the anti-timing, the Observer's going to make it back. Only one Stalker warped in, another one's trying to get in. Observer's going to help. And Goblin trying to find some forward position advantage. Does eat a tank shot, but only has 5 Stalkers behind us. 10 workers fall. Oh, not like this. And to make matters worse, there's another Banshee somewhere. Oh yeah, it's coming in from the main base. Okay. All right, I think Goblin's anticipating this. He's trying to find some value, but is getting beat up and bullied by the tank. Nice tank placement from Cuckoo. Cuckoo is actually playing that quite well. Going into a reactor follow-up for this. Ooh, yeah, the Observer and the Stalker is going to deflect this. Does it? Oh, Banshee doesn't get that probe. Robo Bay is scouted, but this is going to be cleaned the hell up. I'm pretty confident of... do we get a blink? Yeah, there goes the Banshee. Well, 3 bases to 2 bases, but Goblin has to be careful. He's got charge on the way. Third base is completed, so he can continue his worker production, but he's got to get some ability to produce units. He's getting some more gates, getting charged, finished up Robo Bay on the way. No pylon at the third base, but he's being annoying on the other side of the map, but some Stalkers going to send a few more to join up. It has a couple defensively. Okay, Observer is... Oh, just goes in and is annoying to force a little bit of a delay. A little supply block for Cuckoo. Just for a moment. Goblin doesn't want to get too greedy with these Stalkers. That's all he has at the moment. But he's going to start warping in units, getting an Immortal. Going to send a charge lot to the Zalnaga Watchtower, get some map information. But he really sees everything he needs to for the moment. Picking off some units. He wants to get some Marauders, but that's going to be a tough one. Nice micro from Cuckoo. Ooh, does ultimately lose one. And actually, he just loses some shields. Does lose the Observer after, but nice little trades for Goblin to try to catch back up into this. Artera now trading in terms of numbers a little worse. He did some huge damage before, but Colossi coming out. Charge is completed, and more gates coming online is pretty good for Gobs, who's the favored player. But Cuckoo, again, these guys have played together a lot. They're friends. Yeah, Goblin is really playing it quite well, but Cuckoo has some amazing micro, some little decisions with Medevacs and the Marauders right there before. We ultimately did the best he could to keep him alive. But this is going to be a double drop that was scouted. And you know what? Cuckoo should know that was the Zealot scouted it. He knows what's up. Goblin's in position. Is going to defend this. He even doesn't have an Artosis pylon right there. Oh, but this is, well, Cuckoo kind of a little lackluster in finding this Stalkers in the middle of the map trying to find some value. Do they get the Medevac? They do. That's actually huge for this push. Do they get a Marauder? Oh, no, they're disjointed. The Stalkers find some damage, but you know what? I don't know about that recall. He's going to save all of them. Holy moly macaroni. Extended Thermal Lance is a little delayed for Goblin. He's going for a 4th base behind this. He feels secure, and honestly, his army supply is pretty good, but he only has Charge Blink. The Immortal helps, the Sentry helps, and we do have a little bit... What's going on? A Widow Mine drops. Boba Fett. Oh, Widow Mine drop's going to be annoying. Nice debate on the probes, but guess what? That's one dead Medevac. The Medevac count's pretty low, actually. Some Widow Mines will be annoying here, but we do have Extended Thermal Lance, Colossi pop, and another one not quite there yet. Oh, the Widow Mine's kind of target getting messed up here. Guardian Shield is going to help the battle. And nice force field from Goblin. The tanks are going to be a bit of a problem. But ultimately, I think the Zealots are going to come in. The Widow Mines are cleaned up. And that is the end of the big push for Terran. In fact, Goblin is in position
on a couple. Well, he was in position on a couple fronts. Going to drop another Robo, going double forward behind this because he needs to catch up on upgrades. It is Ghost 30 though, and Goblin just with this excellent defense. This is like every harass in the game, true. And Goblin's defending it like a fucking champ. Cuckoo being very aggressive. He was being pretty cautious too, but Goblin's defense has just been absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh, I remember the old days. Cuckoo used to come into the Dave channel all the time. Good old Uncle Dave when I'd get done with work. He'd be just finishing up his stream and he'd be raiding in here. Oh, Cuckoo's definitely not dead, but he's looking like he's in a rougher position. Now that we're gonna have a 4-base Protoss going into 1-1, Disruptor production, the upgrade advantage and the enhanced shockwave coming at a clutch timing. It's that 1-1 Ghost EMP kind of play style for Cuckoo. He's gonna just now secure a 4th or try to. Game still on, but Goblin taking a 5th. I like this out of Goblin. He's, you know, just going for that went ahead, stay ahead kind of position. Army supplies really good for Goblin. Goblin should probably, I know it sounds crazy considering there's Ghost, consider dropping it. My opinion, a Dark Shrine at this time, because it is setting up for the late game just in case, for planetary snipes, for defensive DTs, etc., etc. That sort of situation is going to be potentially happening. Only a couple Vikings out, but the EMPs are going to be what is the scary thing for our Protoss player. But the Disruptor with some decent value, catching a decent amount of units. Other Nova does not get anything because the Disruptor gets shot down. One of the cloths is falling. Oh my god, is Cuckoo coming back? Goblin losing some high value units and is going to have to warp in a lot of Stalkers. Does have a couple Disruptors on the map though. Gonna nice zoning Disruptor out first. We're going to see another one come behind. Only catches a Marine, that's it. And the EMP actually targeted it. No, actually the battery just rained out on that. Seen some nice micro battery overcharge, going to help out a little bit. And actually got Cuckoo's Force getting a little disassembled here. We're going to have a Zealot warp in. We got +1-1 finally finishing up for a Protoss. But Cuckoo's going into 2-2 right away. So this is probably going to normalize as long as Goblin remembers to get his armor in tandem with the weapons. Yeah, Goblin is on 5 bases, but oh, look at this nice little Zealot run by. Widowmine's deflecting. Some worker kills on Cuckoo are going to be kind of nice, but a Ghost and a Marauder are going to come make short work of this. Still, we got a nice little bit of micro. Well, oh, you should have been paying attention up here. That's a dead Disruptor. And, well, Ghosts do have some energy. But those Widow Mines, oh, on some battered Zealots are going to do the trick. 7 workers fell on the other side. Planetary Fortress is going to be established again. So where I wouldn't hate to see a Dark Shrine. We have a 5-base Protoss against a 4-base Terran, which took some harass. Goblin had a nice 79 workers. And is not gonna top it off to 80. Zealot scouts the army of Cuckoo. Goblin actually has some really good map vision. He's got both sound like a watchtower. He's got a Stalker chilling right here. That's interesting. Widowmine from both players in some good spots. And the Observer scouts all. But Goblin is gonna jump from behind. Cuckoo pouncing on this base. There's no battery gonna save it. But you know something? It's an expensive army for our Terran player, and he has to be damn careful not to lose at the same time. There's so many Disruptors. With Stim, you have to be mindful not to throw them away or, you know, disrupt your own army. Oh, this Widow Mine could be nasty. Oh, Gobs with a beautiful micro at the last second. Beautiful split-second decision on this. Okay, does even get the Widow Mine. A couple more cheeky Widow Mines placed there. Goblin gonna retake the 3rd base. And it is game on. Goblin just remember, yeah, he did fall a little behind on his +2 armor. He's going into +3, getting that Dark Shrine just now at 1346. It's gonna delay Shadow Stride, which makes it more of the annoying ability, if you will. Later game, Zealot's gonna trade out, gonna reveal the Widow Mines, and a double CC is a brazen move.
from... Oh, look at these disruptors catching some nice worker kills. Got a nice zoning one in the back. Another one catching some good units here. And even more. That is a massive bunch of damage. Let's take a look. That was just the planetary supplies cancels from Cuckoo. Cuckoo is going to float his main base down to the 4th base, which is not a bad idea. Goblin going for a 6th. Behind it, Shadow Stride being researched. The Stargate getting got down. +3 infantry weapons for Cuckoo is on the way. And +3 for Goblin is coming down as well. Disruptor is catching some nice value. And my god. Yeah, this is some crazy, crazy stuff. All right. We do have a nice base going down. My god, the Nova's wreaking havoc. This fight can go either way, but Cuckoo is actually down an army supply after losing that 4th. He's in a little bit of trouble. Everything's kind of normal, and now he's normalizing out. Cuckoo as a gas bank, but economically, clearly, it is leading in favor of Goblin, both in supply and in econ. So I think this is looking in favor of Cuckoo in game 1 as we touch in the late, or Goblin in game 1 as we touch in the late game, but Cuckoo ain't quite dead just yet. Yeah, that supply's looking really rough though. Cuckoo's gonna have to find some kind of Hail Mary play to get out of this. And with that said, Goblin still has some drop position information. He's got like most of the map. And it's on like a watchtower even to tip this off. Yeah, he's even flying his natural down. This is economically the smartest move you can do when you're this behind. So you gotta try to catch ahead on army supply, but you can't. He's losing more. He's just trading inefficiently. He's gonna lose more workers, lose more econ. Yeah, this is looking rough. That's his natural floating to the 5th base location for mining. But that's a scary Terran army still. 3-3's finished in up for Protoss just soon, but not quite there on the ground weapons. Oof. Sweaty, but Goblin looks Omega dead, to be honest with you. Or not Goblin, Cuckoo. I miss talking. It's been a long day. Yeah, Cuckoo has been living on copium right here. As much as it's sad to say, it's just the facts. Cuckoo is insanely in a rough position, Thorn. Just the facts, ma'am. All right, that said. Well. Again, this is our final series of this. I'm debating doing World Team League after, but I think it's a little lackluster. Beowulf's already been doing it. And it's been fun. We got a 3-game series here. Goblin is pulling a Terran, or sorry, Cuckoo's pulling a Terran and just living on these orbitals. Orbitals in a dream. 50 workers to 82, 118 to 94 supply, and +3 infantry armor just now finishing. Tempest and Tectonic Stabilizers finishing up for our Protoss player. Make this a scary Protoss army even more. He's gonna have ranged units to snipe stuff down, in addition to all this AoE with the disruptors. And my god, this looks pretty over, but very good harass all game. Goblin was just too good on the defense. I don't know what else there is to say other than we have a very dead looking Terran. At this point, let's be honest. Team GP was in World Team League? Ooh, so that's a hint that I should cover it. I mean, Lord knows it's late enough and, you know, it beats laddering. But we'll see how many people want to watch it, because if we're losing viewers... Oh my god, this is crazy. Crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. World Team League already been cast once. You know, it's good content, I guess. Maybe it'll be good content for YouTube, but... Old Dave's losing some steam here. Every waking moment of my day has been casting, pretty much. Because I was running late. So, I just want to point that out. We're going to delay the mid-season playoffs tomorrow till 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh my god, yeah, that's a... Goblin can lose this base and it's not going to matter. He's just got the bank. Yeah. Another CC attempted for Cuckoo is not going to be canceled, killed, and his last ditch effort is going to be cleaned up here. Yeah, this is insanely over. GG. The 1G with a slash. You'll watch whatever I stream. Well, I'm just saying. Thank you guys for hanging out through this. We had a game 2 coming up. I have to go blow my nose again. Probably. G slash. Maybe we can call that the G sharp. Very good stuff. We will be continuing on. All right, folks. Let's take a look. Do we have any ads lined up to be annoying to people? Because I'm just being mindful of folks that are not subscribed. Before we go into game 1, I should have ran one right then for a minute. Just to make sure. Let's run one just in case this is the last game of the evening for this. True, forward and backslash are a little different, Thorn. Let me just do this so it doesn't... Yeah, we gotta do this so it doesn't pre-roll for people. 1 minute ad, we'll get into game number 2. Of this series. This potentially could be the last one. And we'll make the executive decision on whether or not we're doing World Team League. Thorn was hinting at it. It's a banger. But that said... Triple feature, Dave. Should we do it? It's a lot of casting. I mean, I don't have any more dream hacks, so I have to actually check my email, speaking of which, between here. From... Let me just do something as we get back in. All right, here we go. Moving on to our final game. I had to remember to do something for getting paid for something. Anyway. All right. Spotting in the upper right-hand corner of Waterfall. Potentially our last game of the evening. We do not know. Representing Team Roddy. It is our young Mr. Terran man in the green, Cuckoo. And his opponent in the bottom left, former teammate of him. Now representing Platinum Heroes. Give it up for Goblin in the blue. He's now done himself a favor and moved on to a team from Team Roddy. Yeah. Well, Thorn, also, guys, the G / or G / would make a hell of a difference whether you're in a Windows or Linux environment or Unix. And that's especially where you're going to know the true nerd of Dave comes out right there as we say it. And we go on to game number 2 on Waterfall. And yeah. You know, I don't know if we have it in me for a triple feature, folks. It all depends on you guys. Chat's starting to get a little calmed down now after the big event. We're going to finish it up pretty soon here. All right. I think we're going to maybe call it after. I don't know. I don't know, fam. I did promise some World Team League content, so we'll see. From the Dave perspective. All right, probe gonna be annoying, getting some vision out, and yeah. I gotta see how long it is. Thorn, could you tell me how long's Bayo been at it? I'm actually gonna open it up and see. Oh, he's done. He be done. It was... Okay, that's not... 3 hours? Do I have that much time in me? I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull off a triple feature. Probe being annoying. Certainly going to be annoying, but it is a reactor opener. It's going to want to get the hell out of there. Does get a good amount of information. Going to be another Twilight opener from Goblin. Goblin set up for his natural. And everything's looking good. I don't think I'm going to be able to do... 4-hour stream of World Team League. We might have to fast forward through a lot of it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the fans want here, but everybody's seeming pretty sleepy. All right. Cuckoo getting some pressure out for an Adept. The Adept is going to make it past them. 2 more Marines come. Oh, this could be very unlucky for Cuckoo. Ooh, Adept narrowly dodges getting in there, or forcing the block of the factory would have been cheeky too. Well, he's going to go back in. Does get some information of what happened though. So he's going to keep Cuckoo on his toes. Decent Marine count though. He's going into the tech lab for stim. Or just to swap with the starport. Is it going to be another Banshee opener? We shall see. Gobs getting the blink. Getting more gates. He is going into 3-gate blink so far. No Robo just yet. Goblin going actually into tank production. Or Goblin Cuckoo. I'm mixing these guys up now. Yeah, I don't know if I could do a whole World Team League tonight. Seems a little bit much for Dave. I guess I could, but we'll see. I can do it. You want to see Cham versus Lambo? Oh yeah, dude. Then I'll do some of it. How does that sound? What if I cover partial World Team League after this? Something's better than nothing, because that's the... It looked like it was a 3-hour and 46-minute broadcast, and we've been going 7:46. There's no way in hell. I think I'm gonna go for a 12-hour stream. We'll see. I mean, if chat gets simping and chat gets talking, maybe we will do the World Team League more so. Oh my god, the Hellions are here. And we pushing in, fam. We pushing in. Hellions finding no damage, and yeah, this might as well be 4-gate blink. It's gonna be a push. Yeah, this is a pretty aggressive assault. No tech labs going down on the tanks. Some boys are pulled. This time there ain't gonna be no Banshees. It's a Viking and a medevac. Hellions aren't gonna do diddly squat. In fact, one looks like it is in jeopardy of going down. Observer scouts the push. Observer goes down. But Goblin is gonna intercept, kill a SCV, a Marine, another SCV. Gonna start taking some hull damage. Damages the Viking. Killing the SCVs, which reduces the repair ability and the ability to make, well, the ability to make bunkers. But he is gonna snipe one of the tanks as siege. It goes down. Goblin looks like he's in a fantastic position to hold. Truth be told, there are reinforcements. No more SCVs coming though. And only one bunker attempted. Battery overcharge activated. A lot of the Marines going down in this. And it looks like pretty soon, even with the other tank, there's just not going to be enough forces in bio, even with that Viking, to take care of this. The Immortal going to extend out a little bit, try to do some DPS to the tank. It is going to get a bunch of it, and, well, I think this might be game. With a ruthless hold from Goblin, he takes it and wins the final match of Rising Star 5, day number 4. Goblin did lose previously, but he ends up taking his game off Cuckoo. Short but sweet. And that was Rising Star. Do they still have World Team League on TeamLiquid.net? That'll determine on whether or not I'm doing it. Think we're gonna do it. We're gonna do some World Team League. I'm gonna change my scenes. Give me just a momento. All right. And we're gonna go back to annoying ads because I really don't care. It's what we do. Because it's WTL. We're gonna go on to World Team League. And super huge thanks to Eddie. We're now going on the World Team League. Let me go to their Discord. Let me go to the World Team League. Let me see if I got it. Do we have anything? What is World Team? Which one is it? Did I already cast this?